Hello friends, welcome to Selenium tutorial. This is video 14 of the Selenium video tutorial series. Myself Rakash Narkade, and in this video I will talk about Xpath in Selenium WebDriver and different ways to find out customize Xpath. Right. In my last video tutorial we talked about how we can find this absolute Xpath and how we can get the relative Xpath. Right, so this is relative and the earlier one was absolute. Right, for my earlier videos you can refer my blog testautomator.in, and here you can go to Selenium and Selenium WebDriver and you can find it all the tutorials listed over here, starting from basic to advanced, including frameworks, Jenkins and all. Right, okay, so coming to Xpath. So as of now we saw how to find out Xpath in Mozilla Firefox, Chrome, IE, what is Xpath. Right, so here we will talk about different ways to find customized Xpath. Let me go to Paint and show you. So your Xpath, relative Xpath, starts from /, then tag name, right, then square brace, @. So this is the syntax of your relative Xpath. Then attribute name is equal to attribute value. Right, so this is how your Xpath looks like, the syntax of your Xpath. Here this /, this indicates that it is a relative Xpath. Right, starting from /, that means it is a relative Xpath. Then your tag name. What is your tag name? Tag name, let me go to one of the web page. So here let us go to this particular field and tag name. So this input is the tag name, this label is the tag name, span is a tag name. Right, so this is a tag name. So what is your tag name? Tag name from HTML page. Right, now here is @. What this @ indicate? @ indicates that you are selecting attributes. @ indicates you are selecting the attributes. Now what is attribute? Attribute is nothing but it is the property of particular field. Right, like this ID is nothing but attribute, and value of attribute is first name. Class is nothing but attribute, value of the attribute is this. Then what else? Name, it is the attribute, its value is this. Type is again attribute, its value is text. Right, so here attribute is nothing but it is the property of the particular field. Right, so here attributes are ID, class, then name, then type. So all these are the attribute. So this attribute name is name of the attribute in HTML page. And finally is attribute value. So here is the attribute value. So this first name is the attribute value of attribute ID, this text box single line is the attribute value of attribute class, likewise. Right, so this attribute value is nothing but value of the attribute fine. So let me show you. Okay, so this is the syntax of Xpath which I have explained now. // indicate that it is a current node, that means it is a relative Xpath. Then tag name of particular node from where you want to start. I'll explain you while writing Xpath. Then at the rate indicate that you are selecting an attribute. Attribute is nothing but attribute name of the node and it is the value. So this is the syntax of the customized XPath, dynamic XPath, which you want to write. Right, now let us take an example. Okay, this is about relative XPath and absolute XPath. These things I have already explained in my previous video, so you can just refer it. Absolute XPath starts from the root node. Relative XPath can start from anywhere from the DOM. Now let us talk about how to find out XPath in various ways. So the first two are absolute and relative, which we already talked. Now how to write relative XPaths in different way. Alright, so I'll start with this contains keyword. Right, so okay, before that let me show you how to write a relative XPath. Let us say I want to write a relative XPath of this particular first name. I got the relative XPath, but if I want to write it by myself, how will I write it? First double slash indicating it is a relative XPath, then tag name. Here tag name is input, give the tag name, then square bracket, then attribute. I want to use attribute ID because ID should be unique, so I will use attribute ID is equal to attribute value is first name. Right, and if you click enter, then what it is showing is one matching node. So that means this particular XPath whatever I have entered is giving one matching node is this one, right? So this is how we can write a relative XPath. So you can use any attribute and its respective value based on the tag name. Right, now along with this relative XPath, I can use various keywords like contain, starts with, text, and or operator, following, preceding. Right, so let me start with contains. I'll talk about this combination later on. First let me talk about this contains keyword. Let us say I don't know the full ID name. I know few part of my particular ID. Right, then how I will write a XPath? As it is relative double slash tag name, by default it should be there, then square bracket it should be there. Now what I am using is I am using a keyword contains. Right, so just write the word contains here in bracket. What should be what it should contain? It should contain ID as a first. Right, so what attribute? Attribute is ID and its value should be first, first, first. Right, so now if you click on enter, so it is showing one matching node is found and it is this. Right, so what I'm doing is I am finding a relative XPath from tag input and it should contain attribute ID as a first. Right, even if I write as a first name, it should work because it contains first name. But if I enter only first, let me enter something invalid. If I enter first name too, then it will fail. Now can you see no matching node found? Right, if I delete this and click on enter, then it will show one matching node is found. So this is how we can use a contains keyword. My name is as well first name, so instead of ID if I write name, it should again work. Can you see one matching node is found? So in the similar way you can find out the XPath for by using all these attributes which your particular field has. Next one is starts with. In the similar way how we use contain, we do use starts with. Right, so tag name input, square bracket mandatory, then starts with, then bracket. In bracket what it should start? My ID should start with F. Let us say I am writing F. What it is saying is one matching node is found. If I am writing first name, it should work. If I am writing FIRS, it should work. Right, because on this page it would be page specific. Right, so on this page any of the IDs starting with FIRS will be located by using this XPath. Right, so starts with, as the name indicate, it starts with, the id starts with, right? Let us say I am writing this last keywords name, right? Let me write name. So it is not finding because the keyword is starts with. So if I write f, it will work because it starts with f. So that is how this particular keyword starts with work. Now how to use this text keyword, how to use this text. So for this text, let me go to some other field. Let me go to this field. Okay, it has a level. Let me go to register. Oh, it doesn't have text. Let me go to register button. Does it has a text? Okay, let me try. Okay, let me try this register Xpath for this register button by using text, right? So let me write first, then I'll explain. Input let me find out something. Okay, let me go here, let me go to here. Okay. Now text is nothing but what, the text which is actually visible on your screen. So let us say on my screen visible is shopping cart. So how I can write a XPath by using this visible text? So what you can do is double slash, then your tag name is a, here you can see tag name is a is for link, then your square bracket, and if you want to find it with text, then what you can do is write text bracket is equal to and your text which is written on your, which is displayed on your screen, right? Now can you see one matching node is found. If you click on this, it is shopping cart. So this is how you can find out XPath by using the text which is displayed on the screen. Next one is following, next one is and or operator. So this and or operator is used along with the one what we saw. Let us say this particular field has id is equal to first name and type is equal to text. So if I want to use and operator, so see, this is your requirement specific. So I'm just showing you how we can use and or. So this is not how exactly we should use it, this is how you use it, but that would be your application specific, your requirement specific. So my tag name is input, and let us say I want to find an element which is starting with id is equal to first name. Its id should be first name, right? So I want the element whose id is first name and type is equal to text, and type is equal to text, right? So since this is and operator, it will look for both of this condition. It will look for id is equal to this as well as type is equal to text. But if I am using or operator here, then what will happen is it will look for id is equal to first name, or it will list even if any of the field has type is equal to text. So let me enter. So now can you see it is showing 5 matching node which has either id is equal to first name or type is equal to text. So id is equal to first name is for this and type is equal to text for this field, this field, this field, right? So this is how we can use and or operator in combination with your other methods by using which you write your XPath. Next one is following and is preceding. So following and preceding, how do we work it, use it. So let us say I have a XPath of this last name. So let me write XPath of this last name. So it is input and my ID is last name. Now can you see I got the XPath for this last name. But from this last name, if I want to find out XPath of any of the following element is nothing but the element which is following to the last name. So here following element is email. So I can find XPath of this email based on the email of this previous element, that is last email. So how I can do that? By using this following keyword. So slash following double colon and tag name input. Right, so earlier what I did is I found XPath of this last name. So this is XPath of last name slash is nothing but previous, the next to, and what is following means after that, and find out the element whose tag is input. So it has, so all these tags has input. But if I want to find out this particular element for web element email, then this is input 1 after this, because see, after last name input is first, second input and third input, right? So if I want to find out XPath for this email, then I'll write it as a input 1. Can you see? Only one matching node is found, which is email. If I write 2, that should go to password. Can you see? It is going to password. If I write 3 over there, it should go to confirm password, right? So this is how we can use this following keyword. In the similar way, we will use preceding, right? So did you check? So see, this is XPath of my last name, XPath of this last name, right? And preceding is nothing but previous input 1. Previous input 1 of this is first name, so that is why it is giving this. If I am giving 2, can you say it is giving female? If I give 3, then it is giving male. If I give 4, it should show invalid, or it is found. Okay, something is there, right? Something matching found over here on the top, where it is. It has found something on the page, so that's fine. So that is how we can use this following and preceding keywords in your relative XPath, right? Now what you can do is you can use a single slash and double slash combination in your XPath, right? So what is the single slash? What does your single slash do? Single slash looks for the element immediately inside the parent element. So whenever I was writing this XPath, did you notice I was writing a single slash? So what does what does that mean? It was looking for the element immediately inside its parent element only, element only. But if I want to look any child element or grandchild element inside the parent element, then I will use a double slash, right? So you should be clear about this parent element and child element over here. So single slash is used to identify immediate child, whereas double slash is used to find out its any child or a grandchild inside the parent element, Okay, so that's it I have for this tutorial. Different ways to find out XPath, where we talked about absolute XPath, relative XPath, and along with that single slash, double slash, then contain keyword starts with text and or operators, following and preceding. So that's it I have for this video. For more videos, keep watching my blog testautomated.in. Thanks, do subscribe. Thanks.